Welcome to the Brother Speak Podcast. Today, we talk to a SYSBM representative named Greg, a 47-year-old black man who, because he didn't want to deal with black women, he felt they were disrespecting him and they treated him like garbage. He ran to his preferences, who used him, abused him, and then when he found his Asian woman, milked him out of $37,000 and then made him a single father. Tonight, SYSBM Representative Greg gets used by his preferences and enjoyed it. Let's start the intro. Welcome, everybody, property to the Brother Speak Podcast. No, this short notice, but there was something that went on that I had to discuss. Anyway, thank you. Hey, D. Durrell, how you doing? So today we had to discuss this whole thing, SYSBM. Now, look, I have nothing against guys going where they are celebrated. I have nothing against guys going to where they feel that they have a better chance of dealing with women and doing that. I'm not the pro black guy in the sense of you have to date black women. Okay, I'm not that guy. But why I do rally against running to other races of women and thinking everything gonna be peachy, and then you get used and abused, and then you get milked for your money, and then you become a stepdaddy and then a single father. We gotta be realistic about how these women will use and abuse you. So we're gonna go into this thing. This happened on Jason Black's show, The Business. Um, Also, shouts out to the Ebony Star Network because they did a live stream on this guy, talking about this guy. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna do a podcast on this one because this is ridiculous, man. And this man was just an embarrassment to black men, embarrassment to black people, just embarrassment. He was embarrassing to even SYSBM. I'm like, y'all need to come get your boy. This dude out here making y'all look terrible. So let's get into share the screen here. We'll get into it. So all right. So to set this up, Jason Black was doing his show. I guess it was a dating show. I guess he's trying to do similar to what Melly King or Kevin was doing. So he brought up Greg. Greg is an SYSBM guy. He said black women was disrespecting him, and so he went out and dated non-black women. And well, I let him talk about his experience. You know, I let him explain it. Okay, fair use, everybody. Let's put the banner up. I don't want people to be thinking. All right, fair use here, fair use, and let's get into it. Fair use, yeah. Fair use.
South Central LA, right in between the Athens Park Bloods and the Hoover Crips. I had to walk to school every day. I had to change colors of my t-shirts. When I was wearing a blue t-shirt, I would get hit up by Crips. When I wasn't wearing a blue, I was wearing a white or black t-shirt, I would still get hit up. Like there was no getting through these guys. And I was slated to be dead by 17 or 18. And here I am now. I'm 47. I mean, there is a silver lining under the clouds that hover over us. And I just want to say that no matter where you are in life, you can make it out. You can make it out, and it's extremely freaking harder for Black guys to make it out, but you can. And I just want to give some words of encouragement to all my brothers out there. Like, if you're struggling right now, like there is a better side to things. And
here's the problem I have with that.
Oh, you about to hear his better side. You're gonna hear his better side. Oh Lord. Oh, there was a better side for this guy. Now look, I'm not dissing the man's um his his background. That's a terrible thing to have to go through, worrying about you're gonna get shot up because of, of your clothes. That's terrible. It's sad that that happened to him, and shouts out to him to getting out of that. A lot of young men didn't get out of that, but there have been men who have, and they done great. So I'm not going to shit on that part about his story. It's the other stuff that come with it that's I'm going to be shitting on. So let's and he went on the wrong show to discuss stuff like this. You on Jason Black show. One thing I'm gonna tell you about Jason Black. One thing he do not accept is dudes whining and and having a sob story. Jason Black is not about that shit. So if you gonna come on there, you cannot be having no sob stories because Jason Black has very little patience on that. And I haven't listened to Jason Black in a long time, but from what I've listened to, because I used to be a big follower of his, he don't have time for that sob stories. He has very little patience of it. But yeah, let's continue here.
That, Greg. That's a very nice Pollyannish view. Well, you can make it out. Make it out to what exactly? Where exactly are you going?
To be successful with whatever it is that you put your mind to.
What good is success without the requisite respect?
I mean, to be honest, like I was never respected by Black women. So even from a young age, I was never respected. I was always looked at as like dorky, goofy, like you ain't a thug. So I wrote Black women off a long time ago until recently. And I started dating a few Black women again that had hit the wall. But it seems like it takes them hitting the wall to wake them up.
All right. Look. Okay, you swore up Black women. You Now you're dating them after they hit the wall. Okay. I hear the hit the wall thing a lot. Listen, women's beauty fades. It really depends on the woman. I've seen black women. I was looking at. I was on Platt's panel a few days ago. I looked at a woman. She was like 58, and I thought she was 40. I see women in their 50s and 60s. They look like they're in their 20s and 30s. Some of these women, 50 or 60, look better than some of these girls in the 20s. There was one lady on a podcast that I listen to from time to time. That lady's 72 years old. If you look at it, you would think she would know more than probably 30. So really, it just depends on what the woman is doing with her health, how she's living, stress, all that kind of stuff, her diet, all that thing is really that's the determining factor. So if you're dealing with a woman past the wall, you feel that is not where she need to be beauty wise, bro. That's on you. You choosing to deal with this woman. So all of a sudden, after all these years, as black women abuse you and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I was picked on by black girls in middle school, high school. It happens. If you don't look the type, you're not the thug type, and yeah, that can happen. I get it. That's it's sad that happens, but that's our community. If you're different, if you're kind of nerdy, if you're kind of awkward, you fat, all that stuff, yeah, you're gonna get picked on by black men, black boys and black girls. I, but dude, you gotta move past that. This sob story, I'm like, dude, you don't see me bringing it up every 5 seconds on my podcast about that. I bring it up sometimes, but not to explain situations. But other than that, I'm not bringing that shit up all the time because what's the point? You're just all you're doing is pretty much being like you're just bringing a sob story to the show. And I know Jason Black is just boy, he is irritated. I know he is. I'm irritated listening to it. But shit, I mean, that happens. I can tell you some of my stories. Like I was picked on by black girls, black boys, to hell, black girls in high school kept fucking with me, bothering me until I kicked one. Then they left me alone. It's just the way it is. I man, I had so many stories. I'd be going into story mode. But anyway, let's continue with this guy.
Why do you think you were not respected?
Because I was different, you know,
Different from what?
different from your average black guy in the hood. And back then, back in the mid 80s, you know, all black guys basically came from the hood. If you were from somewhere else, you were a Carlton or something. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think was the reason why they were what do you think was the reason why they were responding to you like that? And are they still responding to you like that now?
Oh no. Like hell no. I'm a six-figure earner. I'm over 6 feet tall. I've got it all going for me in that sense. But the reason that they
But that dude in the middle is so uncomfortable right now. I'm like, you're like, what the fuck did I walk into right now? Why am I here? Oh my God, listen to this dude's sob story. these women. I'm like, look, bro, I make six figures now. I'm gonna shut that shit down in a minute though. But anyway, he said he's six figures, blah blah. Okay, well then you successful. Okay, you're successful now. So what's the problem here? I'm like, you got bullied. Black women don't fuck with you. Now you make six figures. You're 6 foot tall. I'm like, okay then. So what's the problem now? What's the problem? Why are you worrying about that now? You shouldn't even be worrying about this shit. You passed that part now. Crazy, man. Still worrying about something that happened years and years ago. I mean, that's why I said childhood stuff that happened to you really can't affect you in the past. A lot of these dudes went through a lot of shit with these black girls and these black women, and it messes them up. They still think about it. They 47. You still think about something that happened in middle school, high school. Like, dude, I don't even come bring that shit up all the time. You know, I use it to explain situation, but other than that, man, I don't bring it up all the time. It's fucking weird. Like at some point, you gotta let that shit go. It's crazy. And that man in the middle is just like, oh my god, what did I walk into? Why why this dude had to be up here with me? Just like that would be me. If I was on that panel, that would be me right now. I'm like, oh my god, why am I here? What the fuck? Oh god damn, this dude here. Jesus. Anyway, let's keep going.
They weren't respectable to me back then as opposed to now. I think it all has to do with money.
Explain what you mean by that.
Well, I'm not on Instagram. I don't have any clout. Like all I have is me. I dress average. I don't like overdo it, except for my car. I drive a nice car, but that's beyond the point. But I really think that black women value things that are inaccessible to them. So if a black man at 18 is broke, she's going out with a 30-year-old that has a Beamer and she's 18 as well. It's not like the other races where they're like, Juan and Monica are like, they're actually two good friends of mine, Juan and Monica.
Okay. Now, usually those 18-year-olds are going after the guys with the 30-year-olds, yeah, because they got money. They probably driving that nice Beamer. Hell, you don't even have to be 30. You can have been 20-year-old and have a good car. They were still going out with those dudes because they see the money. They see and I bet you're gonna say drug dealers and all that. Yeah, because there was money there. The fame. They were giving them gifts. They were tricking those dudes were tricking off on these girls. So yeah, they're gonna go after that. But guess what? Here's the secret. If you're an attractive guy back then, some of the women would take that money and spend it on you. Because again, an attractive man is always going to be the trick as far as the looks department. Because again, that's who she's attracted to. Now she was with the 30-year-old. because she was attracted to the status, the money. You got the nice car. Yeah. She's an 18-year-old. She don't know no better. What you expect? So she seen the broke dude who can't do shit for her. So yeah, she went after him. But it's not because that she was desiring him. She was desiring the lifestyle that he was having, which appeared to be having. Because yeah, they have a nice car, but then you go in the house, they ain't have shit. And a lot of those dudes, older dudes, were doing that. They were tricking off. So I mean, you're going after these girls because they didn't want to deal with you because you didn't have no money. Okay, but there was always girls who would deal with guys that had no money. Let me, wait. I was 20 years old. I'm tell this story. I was 20 years old, 300-pound dude. I don't know, like five. I think 5'10". I think my height now 5'11". I don't know how that happened, but one of the biggest thing that happened, we had the YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Yahoo chat room, and they had the erotic chat rooms. So I would get on there, and we would talk erotic stuff. I'm listening to porn, so I can talk some of that stuff, and I learned kind of like the lingo from there. And so I was talking to this one woman. She was a black woman, and I'm talking about that what I can do, and and I was typing what I would do to her, and then I talked on the phone with her, and doing phone sex stuff like that. And like one day she was like, "Hey, why don't you come visit me?" You're like, "Word? Yeah, yeah. Let me come visit you." So now this is stupid to me as a 20-year, but I'm 20. I don't know no better. I took a Greyhound. I rode down to Corpus Christi because the car I had at the time, that was an old car that my dad gave me. It was not making that trip. That's like 4 hours from Houston. Not gonna make it. Went down there to the Greyhound, called her. She came and picked me up, and I went to her house. We got it in that first night. Got it in that morning. That that day, drove around. I met her moms. I met her daughter. Came back. Well, we didn't have sex that night. Got in the morning. Came back. This is me, 300 pounds. I wasn't no Don. I didn't have no money like that. Just off the, if we want to talk mouthpiece, that's how I got her. Now, after that, we didn't see each other no more. But if you ask me now, I mean, I still don't know how that even worked out. but but and that was a black woman. She was an older woman. She was like 28. I was 20. It's just the way it is. Sometimes it takes more than money to get with a woman. Now, yes, money is important. Yes, you can have the rims and stuff like that. You'll get the woman, but she's not looking at him like a dating prospect or anything. She's just looking at the films and looking and want to be in the status of that. And so that's what she gravitate to. So if it's an older dude, same thing. Money, I could get gifts and stuff like that. But if she's really attracted to you, she's gonna deal with you, even if you broke. We've seen that. So it's not just on a money thing, it's other things going on. But he'll get to it.
They built their wealth up together, you know. And I'm not saying that that's the way that every couple should approach things, but I'm definitely saying that there is something to that. Whereas, you know, a 60-year-old man is looking for, you know, a 23-year-old woman. That's cool too.
Okay, well, let me find out here. So you've dealt with non-black women?
Yes.
Okay, and you felt a different experience there?
Totally.
So let me get this: a 63-year-old man is okay dating a 23-year-old. On what planet does that look? Now, if you would have said like maybe a 30, maybe a 40-year-old guy with a 23-year-old, okay. 63 and a 60-year-old with a 23? Come on, dog. Nah, man, we can't know, bro. SKC, come get your boy, dude. Come get your boy. This dude on some bullshit right now. Come get your boy. Come get your boy. What is wrong with this man? He making y'all look bad. And then here's the thing he talking about with one and um I guess Hispanic. They build their things when they get young. They build it. Yeah, yes. Well, they get them with each other when they're real young. And some of those Hispanic dudes getting with these girls when they 15 or something like that. That's their culture. That's what their culture does. Our culture is a little different. We kind of used to have that back in the day. But that was very small in itself. Our culture is not like that, and it's not like that now. I mean, look, because of some of the things that are going on, our women can make just as much, if not more, than us, and quicker. They're quicker to move up the corporate ladder. They can get in the corporate quicker than we can. We're the last to get hired, the first to get fired. Meanwhile, they'd probably be the first to get hired, and probably the second to last to get fired. That's just how it is. Complaining about it ain't gonna help you. And so when you have that kind of dynamic, and that's by a system, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be hard to build wealth like that when you're not equally yoked, and the dudes don't feel like they're measuring up to the women. So they being dependent on the women, and the women are running the household. Well, guess what? It's gonna be very hard to build wealth like that. That's just the way it is. So you're trying to compare yourself to the Hispanics, whites, Asians. It's a whole different dynamic. It's a whole different dynamic. Now we used to have that where the men had the money and the women would have their own money and we would build the wealth together. Yes, we had that. But that changed with the crack era, the war on drugs, then the crime bill, the three strikes rule. Dudes can't get jobs like you can get more jobs now than you can back then. Quick to lock you up on bullshit charges. And then when you get out, you can't get a job because you're a felony. So guess where you had to live at? Either your mom's house or your girl's house. So yeah, it's a different dynamic. It would not equal. So as I say, it's not better. They just have less shit to be blocking them. Less, less of this society here in America to be fucking with them. That's why that is. So that's why they can build together and stuff like that. They have a lot less stuff blocking them. Plus, they got a country they can run to. If they get tired of the U.S., they could go back to Mexico or whatever fucking country they were from. That's what it is. We got to stop comparing ourselves to other groups of people. You can take certain things from it, but you gotta look into really what makes them different than us. There's a lot of things that's going on, and one of the biggest things is that they don't have a system that is against us. And it even took me some time to realize that there is a system against us, and that kind of keeps us from being together like we should. That's why the dude who might be the nerdy, the kind of geeky kind of guy, he would get shunned by black women because they were taught that the thug, the drug dealer, the baller, the athlete, that's the guy. That's the main guy. The geeky dude, the nerdy dude, no, that he's weirdo and not all that goofy shit. You know? So I mean it's just the way it is. But that's when you're supposed to find your own lane. I'm like, dude, I was a geek. Well, I wasn't a geeky. I was awkward. I'm still awkward now to a degree. But the difference between me and I accept that awkwardness and I just roll with it. I just roll with it. And I just roll with people that want to be with me. They accept the awkwardness. And within that awkwardness, that's how I got my ex-wife, another girl that was dealing with me. You know, it's just the way. I mean, look, you got to deal with people that accept that. Hey, you're an awkward person. It's okay. You have to work with how you are. What dudes you so obsessed over these women that you try to change yourself into this, and then you try to run from it. Like, bro, you can't. What you are is what you are. Accept what you are, and deal with only with people who accept you for who you are. If you don't, guess what? You're gonna be stewing in your own hatred and bitterness, and then you're gonna do what this dude was doing in a minute. Let me get to that point.
And you appreciated that experience?
As a man, not even as a black man, just as a man, it felt good to be respected. And yeah, it felt good
so non-black women were treating you with the level of respect you felt like you should receive.
They were treating me with the level of respect that they would treat any other man that they were with.
Okay. And so basically you're saying the relationships with them went better.
Yes, because I've only had about 2 or 3 relationships with black women.
Okay. How many relationships with non-black women have you had?
About like serious relationships, probably about 7 or 8. And mind you, I'm turning 47
okay,
on the
that's
first.
7 or 8. Yeah, with black women 3 or 4, with non-black women about 20.
Okay, let me get this. Okay, serious relationships. So he only had 3 serious relationships with 3, 4 black women, but then you had with 8 or 9 serious relationships. I would like to know what type of relationships you're talking about because I'm like, you 47, you had 8 or 9 serious relationships with non-black women. So I'm trying to think, I mean, is that possible? I mean, I guess it's possible. Is that possible to have 8 or 9 serious relationships between I want to say, okay, from 18 to 47, that's like what, 20, not 20, 29 years. I guess it's possible. But if I'm thinking like a serious lady, I'm thinking about a year, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. That might be a little. That might be a little much. I don't know. Let's continue with this. But yeah, we'll just go with what he's saying.
Twice that number plus some. What about non-serious relationships? How many were those?
Oh God. With black women, it's still at 3 or 4.
I'm talking about with non-black women.
Oh, with non-black women, fucking. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
No, knock yourself out. There's no censorship here.
Probably about 30.
Okay.
30,
So
35.
with non-black women, you've had about 37, 38 women that you've dealt with in that manner, or that you've been with or been involved with.
Yes.
Okay. And now you're saying that at this point here, just until recently, you started exploring options with black women again.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe it's only because they've hit the wall.
But I guess I have two questions. I'll come back to that wall thing here in a moment. I have two questions here. By the way, if these other women were so great, how did we go through 36 of them and not a one of them worked out?
Oh, because we were just, it was college, it was, just the hookup.
But you said you weren't dealing with black women until recently, and you're 40-something years old now, so that was well past college.
Yes.
Okay, so you've met a number of women since then, and it didn't work. Becky has had multiple tries at the bat, and she's not working out either, obviously. So I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong there, because it doesn't seem like your batting average is going that great over there. You might be saying, "I enjoy the environment more." He enjoyed it so much he couldn't stay. So I'm just curious, what broke down over there?
Nothing broke down.
Then why are you not still with one of the 36?
It was summer flings. It was,
not all of, according to you, there were 7 or 8 that were not flings. So of the 7, twice.
Yeah, you know what they were. It was those non-blacks or white women in particular. You know what they do in white women in college. They be they be hearing the myth of the big black penis, and they want to ride. So probably, I mean, he was 6 foot, looked like he decent looking. I probably think he was looking probably better. And in college, no homo. I know we got to put no homo. I don't want people thinking, "Oh, birds speak love men." No, bro, no, not like that, bro. I'm just acknowledging. So yeah, he was the penis. He was the dildo. He was the living dildo. They get their black penis and then they go marry their white husband and or their cuck. That's probably what it was. He was the penis that they can ride and then yeah, I got with a black guy. Yeah, I want a black penis. That's this guy. He was that penis that they can call at 3 a.m. So their daddy won't know about. That's this dude. He was the penis. That's this dude. I'm not look. that you were passed around. You were the living dildo. That's this dude. You were the living dildo. They wasn't thinking about you seriously. You were the dildo. You was to get that black penis itch. Oh, good. Scratch that off. Now I can go find my husband. That's this dude. Yeah, that's why it didn't work out, because he was the penis. He wasn't relationship worthy. They couldn't bring him around their daddy. their other friends. No, he was there to ride for them to ride the penis, go get their little fetish on, and then go meet their actual husband so they can marry and to get that out their system. Or use that white dude as a cook so they can get that black bull. I mean, whichever one they're going to do, it can vary, So that's him. He was the penis. He was somebody they could ride. They could get that penis on. They get that penis and then keep it pushing. That's why it didn't work out. 7 and I'm still trying to say 7 or 8 relationships, man. That's a lot. Uh, it's still a lot, even for you know. Let's see. Let's talk about college. He's probably 18, 19. We're talking about college in 4 years and stuff like that. Come on, that's still a lot to have that many serious relationships. I don't know. It don't add up, but hey, you know me. Uh, he said it is. I'll just roll with it. But let's continue.
As many of those were black women. So you had twice as many opportunities with non-black women than black women. What happened with the 7 or 8?
Twice as many of those were not black women.
Correct. That's what I just said, sir. Your numbers of non-black women were twice as many as black women, and it didn't work out with them either.
Right.
For the serious relationships, what happened? If the issue is black women, I got it. So why is it the women who gave you the respect you felt you should have, why is it they didn't work out either?
No, I'm saying that the women that gave me the respect that I have earned a relationship with me. The ones that were just frivolous and, hey, I'll hook up with you and, we'll call it a vacation, or we'll call it a summer fling.
That man in the middle was like, what the fuck? Why am I here? But why I have to come out this guy? Well, why I gotta be over here with this guy right here? The man is just killing me. The man in the middle. Man, why did I gotta be up here with this Negro? God damn. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. He's like, and Jason Blake is asking, okay, bro, well, why it didn't work out with all these other? You had 8 and 9 relationships in college, and none of them worked out. None of them led to marriage. Nothing. But you're saying black women are a problem. It seemed like your preferences didn't want you like that. You was just for fun. You was just the penis. Even the ones they had a relationship, they just like, nah, you just for penis. I remember a story that Alan Roger Curry talked about, like this one woman he was dealing with, like this white woman he was dealing with. And he wanted to have like an actual serious relationship with her. And she was like, dude, you for fun. You don't have no money for me. Now I'm about to marry this dude worth $100-something thousand a year. You for fun. But then when I'm done with my fun, I'm going to marry him, $100,000 a year dude. I need that security. So that's why these relationships didn't go anywhere with these white chicks. Cause you didn't have no money, Holmes. White women, they have their fun, but then they like, I gotta get married. I gotta get under this white dude and be under that so he can take care of me. I can't be laying around with penises all day, every day. No, I gotta get under some protection. I gotta have somebody who provide. Then I can work on how to get that penis later. That's where the swing come into play, or the cuckoldry come into play. But no, man, you weren't making enough money. Like they said, there was one article. They said that the black man got to make 2 to 3 times more than the white counterpart for the white woman to stay with him. You wasn't making the money, Holmes. She need that. Hey, we cool. We can you can bang and ride my penis. I can ride your penis, but when it's time for a relationship, nah, I gotta get where the money is. Let's see. I got a new subscriber, the knowledge consumer. I appreciate you being a new subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's the thing, man. You wouldn't provide nothing. And you got to make more than the white counterpart. So, no, what you expect? You were for fun. That's it. You were the penis. That's it. Let's continue.
or whatever, I was down for that.
Okay, but I'm talking about the ones that were not, sir. I'll try this another time here. The ones that you claim were not were, by your own words, 7 or 8. And it's actually a little bit more from, I think, from what you said. So the 7 or 8 that were not flings, those didn't work out either, despite the increase in alleged respectability. What happened with those?
To be honest with you, I've had like I have 2 kids.
Strike one.
One from a Japanese mother.
Strike 2.
One from a white girl.
You're
Strike
out.
3. But those relations.
So, wait a second. So he got a kid with a Japanese woman. Oh, you got about to hear about how that boy that Japanese woman. Ooh, woo. You about to hear how she milked this motherfucker, and then the white chick. So wait a second. Wait a second though. So you got the SYSBM representative making their preferences baby mamas? But I thought only Pookies does that. I thought the Pooks do it. I thought the game dudes do it. Not the SYSBM guys. They don't do that. No, we have families. We do all that. SKC, come get your boy. Come get your boy. He fucking up. He fucking it up. What would you? How you gonna get mad at you say these poops, these women they get with poops, they living with babies, all that. Bro, you left a Japanese woman, baby mama, and a white woman, a baby mama. Didn't marry none of them. And again, that Japanese woman, ooh, you about to hear about her. Oh, you about to hear about this chick. Anyway, continue.
Relationships lasted probably 20 years, 10 piece.
Did you marry either of these women?
I did not marry the Japanese woman. After 10 years of being together, I was in the process of, I didn't really have a dad growing up. So I was really good friends with her dad. He's a cop. And I was in the process of asking him, how do you propose to a woman, all this.
Okay, but you were with her for 10 years and
yes.
You got her pregnant, but she gave you the respect that you're supposed to get, that Asian infamous respectability, and that wasn't worth anything.
No, she was Asian American.
Okay,
so but let's get it straight.
Well, that makes a difference too, sir.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, that makes a difference. It's still not the same, but it didn't get her anything extra either.
I would say that she got pretty much all that I had to offer.
What did you have? Okay, let me find out here. Greg, I'm just going to ask this to you straight. What was the difference between your relationship with her, with the Asian American chick, and Pookie's relationship with Bushika? What was the difference? When you take a look at the outcome and the final result, after 10 years, she's got a bastard kid with a Rolling Stone. So what was the difference between your relationship with that Asian American chick and Pookie with Bushika?
And the answer is none. There is no difference. You did the same shit. You didn't marry none of these women. You left them a baby mama. You can't make this shit. So you don't get mad at Pook and Keisha. Look at Pook leaving them baby mama. They choosing these Pooks. But you're doing the same shit. You didn't marry none of these women. And you did the same thing that Pook do. So what was the difference? You're doing what Pook do. What were you following? The Dennis Sperling model? Because that's what Dennis Sperling was doing. Going, meeting with Jamaican women and getting them pregnant, making them baby mamas. Was that who you were following? I'm like, I guess maybe Dennis Sperling was following you, because this was 10 years ago. I mean, Dennis Sperling just came on the scene, so I don't know who followed who. I guess you were on the Dennis Sperling side of the game. Jesus Christ, these people here. SKC, come get your boy. He feeling.
I think the timing was different. I think the level of respect was extremely different. I didn't have to come home to
No. Okay. Oh, you got it. Oh, I'm sorry. You got it wrong. No, sir. I'm asking, what was the difference in the outcome for her?
Oh, okay. The difference in the outcome for her, based on Pookie and Bushika, was that she walked away pretty fucking healthy. A Bushika is gonna walk away and just not look back. She's gonna get a divorce from a man or whatever. She's gonna be living in Section 8, all that shit. Like, this chick is not in Section 8 by any means.
Okay, but is she not in Section 8 because of you?
Yes.
How do you figure that?
Well, I live in Texas, and Texas has what's called common law. And you don't even have to be married to a woman. All you have to do is share bills and live with them for 6 months.
Okay.
And
how old
they can get a divorce.
How old is your child with her?
He's 15 now.
Okay. So are you saying that you are paying for their bills and their rent where they are for the last 15 years?
No, he's living with me now.
Okay, so let me try this again, sir. So you're talking about she's now in Section 8, sir, but it's not because of you.
It's definitely because of me. It's not because of her family.
But you haven't said what you did for her.
I just did say what I did.
No,
for
sir.
her.
You just talked about common law. You haven't said anything about what you've done. Well, I didn't get a divorce decree. Got it. You haven't said what you've done.
I gave her for every year that we were together, $2,500.
Okay, so a lot to unpack here. Okay, so let's get this straight. Okay, so he said Buquisha or Keisha, whatever. She leaves. She gets on Section 8. She gets uh, housing, stuff like that, and she leaves worse off. But dude, your exes, well, let me be fair. One left off, I guess, okay. The other one, we don't know. She probably got left with nothing. So it's like, what's the difference? Keisha left, and she's still getting taken care of. She got Section 8, or she get another dude to take care of her. Meanwhile, your women, all they got was a baby and no marriage, nothing. And the only reason why you married a Japanese woman because of Texas, not because you wanted to get married, because the state of Texas says 6 months. If they can show that your bills in your name for 6 months, yeah, you're married. You didn't marry these chicks. I mean, you didn't marry the Japanese woman. The state of Texas made you get married. So you were forced to marry one, and the other one you didn't marry at all. And they wasn't running around wanting to be married to you. So it's like, bro, I think you need to leave Keisha out of this and Pook. Cause you and Pook seem like y'all on the same level right now. You on the same level. You're no different than Pook. Both creating single mothers. One got some bag. The other, I don't know if she got a bag. Maybe so, because seeing how this dude is, I bet she got a bag. When you see about the Japanese woman, you see she got some bag. But let's continue.
For every year that we were together.
You were together for 10 years.
So every month I had to pay $2,500 plus child support. And we all know that child support does not really support the child.
Slow down. You had to pay $2,500 a month or a year, sir?
A month.
Okay, and you had to pay that for 10 months.
Yes, and on top of child support.
Okay, well, child support, you signed up for that game when she got pregnant. But as far as the other thing there, you paid $25,000.
Yes, Texas has what's called temporary.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. $25,000. So,
yes.
What age was she when you met her?
She was about, I don't know, I want to say around 30, maybe 32.
Okay, so she was about 30, 32 years old. So you met her post-prime there, and you say you were with her for 10 years?
Yes.
Okay, so she gave you the end of her prime years.
Yeah.
Did she have any children already?
Yes, she had one daughter that I had absolutely. I mean, I fell for the fucking game, dude. Like I fell in love.
Okay. All right. So, man, boy, I hate to be agreeing with black women around here. Let me get this straight here. You were mad at black women because they didn't respect you. They'll leave you for Pook, then they'll leave Pook, and then they get with you when they hit the wall. But you got with a Japanese woman who, according to Kevin Samuels, has hit the wall. Not only that, You was playing stepdaddy to her own daughter, to her daughter. What in the blood? What in the hell are you doing here? And listen, I am not against stepfathers. Trust me. Trust and believe. I'm not against stepfathers. I support any man that will take care of another man's child because that is a difficult role. If you're willingly doing that, I have nothing but respect for you. I'm not like one of these Mansfield dudes who get on dudes about taking care of other men's kids. I respect that because that ultimately that's your choice and that's what you want to do. And if you go into that actually trying to be the father, it will work out fine. If you're trying to be there, just be a glorified babysitter, yeah, it's going to turn badly. So I have no problem with dudes who are doing that. And I've heard some successes, some successes of dudes doing that. So I have no problem with that. But on you got one of these SYSBM guys who will say, "Well, I'm not gonna be no cleanup man. I'm not gonna be cleaning up after poop." But bro, you cleaning up after a Japanese man, or I guess it was a Japanese man. It could have been another black dude. It could have been a poop farm. I know. So you being a cleanup man, you being a cleanup man for a Japanese woman? Come on, dog. We SKC, come get your boy. Your boy is doing bad out here. He running from black women. I don't want to be a cleanup man. I don't want to be a cleanup man for poop. And running right to a Japanese woman with a kid. And you playing stepdaddy. Wow. I would not have told this story. And I want to look at the black the black man that black man. Oh my God, this loser. That black man on the top right corner. I can't believe I'm on this panel with this loser. God damn, this dude losing. Just embarrassing. Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse, man.
In love with her daughter.
Okay. That's great to hear. So you got with an Asian single mom.
Yes.
Okay, and then you signed
with
up
baby daddy issues.
That black man on that top right corner, y'all, if y'all can see him, that would be me. That would be me. That would be me on this panel like that. I would be doing that right now. I can't believe this dude on there talking this shit. I can't believe this. Why am I with this guy? He is not. SKC, come get your boy. He doing bad out here. This where SYSB supposed to be. We running from black women. We running from pook. But then we running to be a stepdaddy to an Asian kid. Where do we do this at? Where do they do this at, man?
we should Asian single mom who already got a Pookie already. You signed up to be Ray Ray, and I'm just telling you. And the problem with black women is what again?
I mean, the problem with black women started out way years ago.
Okay, like, it doesn't sound like these other, okay, but it doesn't sound like these other women are very much different in that regard. So I just asked you what the improvement is. Well, they respect me more, and the outcome was different. How? It was exactly the same.
The outcome was the same. It's the time spent. It's
really
it's the years.
So you're saying
Like
that
I had, hold on.
You're talking about the journey was more enjoyable than the result. Even though the result was the same, the journey was more enjoyable.
I mean, yes, it was. It was.
Did y'all just hear what he just said? The journey was better. How the fuck the journey was better? 2 baby mamas. You had to pay alimony to a woman you didn't marry. You was passed around like a fucking dildo in college. You got with a Japanese woman, became a stepdaddy, which, if you listen to what the manosphere is saying, you're taking care of another man's sperm. You ran from Keisha to get with Maylene and the sperm that she has. How the fuck does that work? How are you better? Explain that to me like I'm a 5-year-old. How is this better? How is this a better journey? Well, I had a better journey. I enjoyed the journey. So you like getting abused? What the fuck? This what SYSBM supposed to be representing here? SKC, come get your boy. Doing too much. Jesus Christ.
The journey was more enjoyable. We had our ups and downs, whereas with a black woman, I was shunned from the get-go.
Okay, let me explain to you all
from a 15-year-old.
Let me go ahead and explain to you all the logic here. What he just said was that it would be preferable to get on a party bus loaded up with strippers and every type of thing you can have, alcohol, everything's great. And we're on the bus it's a 5-year tour on the bus. It's great. It's lovely. And the bus drops you off in the middle of the desert in Arizona.
That's not what I
and it
said.
Throws you out with your stuff. So the journey was exquisite. Now the result, the outcome,
I didn't say the
sir,
was
Greg, stifle
I
yourself.
Did not say the journey.
No,
was
you said
exquisite.
that because the journey was more enjoyable. Then, sir, Greg, get a hold of yourself. We don't do that here. Don't
that. Put words in my mouth.
I'm not putting words in your mouth, fella. I'm repeating your words. You just didn't think this over very much.
I didn't
Sir,
say those
you
words.
said the journey was more enjoyable. Yeah, so if you have a party bus that drops your ignorant ass off in the middle of the desert, the journey was great. The outcome, however, is the same disaster. And you said that was an upgrade. No, it isn't. You just didn't listen to yourself.
Oh, I listened to myself. I just told you the fucking honest truth.
Yes, and I'm glad you did. There wasn't very much to shade about that. The problem with black women is their attitudes and respectability. So he found an improvement. An Asian single mom with attitude and respectability issues. And now he's on the hook for it. And even if she didn't, even if she were a model citizen, all she got for her 10 years was you. Her life is no better improved. She's 10 years. She is 10 years, not because of you. Do you think that $25,000 caked her off? Is that what you think? That $25,000 caked her off?
And child support, like,
sir, the child lives with you. The child lives with you. Why didn't you go get full custody?
He does live with me.
Then go get full custody.
Now, I do have full. Like, you're fucking beating around the bush,
sir. Dude. You said you were paying $500 a month in child support.
No, I did not. I said I was paying $2,500 a month for 10 months in alimony. I didn't even mention my child support.
Sir,
payments.
How much?
Again, let's not escape over the fact that he had to pay this woman $2,500 and they didn't get married. The reason why he got married because of the state of Texas. the state of Texas forced him to get married to this woman. He didn't propose. It's because she was staying with him for 6 months. That's how they got married. Yes, that's the state of Texas for you. And yes, after 10 years, if you're married for 10 years, yes, that woman is owed alimony. Does not matter. You're owed alimony. So you paying alimony to a woman you did not even marry was a stepdaddy, and but you saying black? If I would have been with the black woman, this would have happened. This would have been worse. The fuck? You mean to tell me you paying alimony to a chick that you never married? You were being a stepdaddy? And here's the other thing. Guess what? Now he's a single father. So the Asian woman, the Japanese woman, your preference, made you marry her because she was staying with you. Then you have to pay alimony, $2,500 a month for 10 months. Then on top of that, paying child support. And then she dumped you with the child. So you made her a baby mama, you became a stepdaddy, and then you became a single father. All in this 10 years. You think you wouldn't have gone through this with a black? You think that it would have been better? It would have been worse with a black woman? Bro, are you serious right now? Are you fucking with me right now? I can't believe the shit. And that black man at the top right corner, he's like, I can't believe this bullshit I'm listening to. The light skinned lady, like, she was laughing at the pool goof. God dang, this is embarrassing, man. I wouldn't have never came on here and said any of this. I would not have came on here and said this shit, man. I would have kept this to the grave, bro. You got fleeced for $2,500, then the child support, which and then became a single father because she just dumped the kid on you. Wow. Damn, bro. Wow. This. Are you sure you didn't follow the Dennis Sperling plan? Seemed like you sure did. Jesus Christ. The only thing different between you and Dennis Sperling is that you wasn't giving the woman gifts and shit. You wasn't doing a show with her and giving her a goddamn diamond ring just to see your fucking kids. And that was a black woman he was dealing with, by the way. You doing this with the Asian woman. Where's the better? SKC, come get your boy. Where's the better? Where is the better dealing with these other races of women, bro? Where's the better?
Child support in the state of Texas were you paying?
$1,200.
Sir, do you think $1,200 a month in the state of Texas in the year 2022 has a woman set up lovely?
This wasn't the year 2022.
You said your child's 15 years old.
Exactly.
When did you get custody? I'm sorry, when did you start having the child domicile with you?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Okay, so in the year 2017, you think $1,200 a month was setting a woman up lovely in Texas, you jackass.
Wow. Am I?
Really? He thinks.
So yeah, that's $2,500 a month plus the $1,200 for child support. So that equals up to $3,700. This woman was getting $3,700 a month from this dude for 10 months. So that means she got a grand total of 37, at least 37,000 from this dude. Now, 37,000 a year for that whole year. And until he got full custody. Now that's for that 10 months. We're not talking about after the 10 months when the alimony thing was uh, done till he got full custody. So that means 10 years. So I'm pretty sure he paid more than that. I would venture to guess he paid probably, I would say at least, I would say probably 50, 60K to this woman before she just said, fuck it, who cares, and dumped the kid to the guy. But they black, but they better than black women though. They better than black women now. The fuck? How? 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 I know my ex didn't even get alimony. The most I had a problem with, like, with a tax check that she didn't sign because she didn't want to sign because she didn't want to. She wants some money out of that. I was like, fuck, no, I'm not getting the money. Part of my taxes, my tax return went to paying your student loans, so I need my money back. I want my money. She didn't want to sign it, so I lost that money. Still not coming up here and complaining. Dude, you got milk for over, I bet you, the 37,000 that we know. But black women are worse, though. They worse than these women. Okay. You can keep believing that if you want to.
$1,200 a month in 2017 was cake you off money.
Oh, let me talk like this.
He literally thinks $1,700 a month was caking her off.
Are you
literally
serious?
What city did you have? What city were you scamming her in?
Scamming her?
Yes. What city were you simping for this woman in? What city?
I wasn't simping at all.
Okay, sir, I used to live in Texas. What city were you in?
I wasn't simping her at all.
Great. What city were you in?
I was in Dallas.
Okay, I used to live in Dallas. What part of Dallas?
Euless.
Euless, Texas?
You don't even know where that is.
You're trying to call Euless part of Dallas?
It's in Tarrant County. So, like, again, you don't even know where.
This guy's trying to call Euless.
Now, I used to stay in Dallas when my dad used to live up there, and I would go over there for the summer. So I don't even know what that is. I want to say that's like saying, like, if anybody know Houston, that's like saying, like, Liberty is a part of Houston because they're in the same. No, let me take that back. That's like saying, which one I want to say, like Baytown. Everybody know what Baytown is still part of Houston. You know, Baytown is a city on its own. They still in the same county, but it's still in the same county, but they're different cities. Goofy. And you know, he trying to mock Jason Black because he hitting him with the questions like, what are you talking about? That you paid. So that was 3,700 a month. That's not really balling, bro. You're not really balling like that. I make 37 a month. Like that's not really balling, bro. That's not shit, especially not in 2020. Back even in 2017, that wasn't like, wow, you really making it. No, with insurance, rent, depending on where she lived up there. Yeah, shit, that's 3,700 ain't going. They ain't going very far. If that's what she was just living off of, that wasn't going very far. And you got a child. That's 3,700 would be if just by herself. You add a child to that? Oh no, bro. That ain't really nothing. You literally giving a chump change, bro. Let's get. But you making it seem like this is a big old thing. But again, she's still milking you out some money. How's that any better than being with black women? I'm still trying to figure. I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe somebody can help me. Maybe somebody in the chat who's watching can put in the chat. How is this any better than being with black women? I just like to know. But let's continue.
This guy's trying to call Euless part of Dallas. Irving, Richards, he's talking about the Metroplex. Thank you very much, sir.
Exactly.
Now, for myself, I was more of a Richardson, Addison, Plano dude myself. So no, I wasn't out there in sticks where you were at.
It's not the sticks. It's right next to the airport.
It really is.
You were out there in the sticks,
sir. That whole area is only being developed now. Knock it off.
Plano. What are you talking about? Euless is voted the #1 city by the New York Times to live in the entire United States.
Sir,
Plano is not.
Folks, Google is not just your friend, it's a lifeline. This guy is telling you that in Euless, Texas, she was getting $1,200 a month in child support while taking care of a child, and that was caking her off lovely.
That's what he's saying. And okay.
Oh, so with her job, thank you.
Put it this way. Why did she drop the child support and let the kid live with me? It's because she dropped the child support. So very clear that child support didn't make one damn difference in her life, as what I said the whole time. It made a difference. She just thought that we were going to rekindle things. Nigga, you're talking like you're PJ Washington caking off Brittany Renner. I twisted it in a way to where I was like, we can see what happens. And then after she dropped the child support, she got dropped. Sir, you acting like brother, you acting like you one of these NBA players paying for a beach house in Malibu for a chick. You were paying $1,200 a month to a struggle broad in Euless, Texas. But you're talking as if you was dropping major cakes. Yes, sir. I call that the truck note on my new SUV. That's what I call $1,200 a month. Maybe I make $135,000 a year. I'm not a baller by any means. If you make more than that, fucking much props to you. But there's no reason to shit on.
Now I'm gonna call bullshit that he making 135K. I'm just calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit, but let's just say he did. So let's calculate that. He's making 135. He making 135K a year. Okay. Now let's go back. But I don't think he was making that. He probably making that now, but back then, yeah, because in the state of Texas, they can only get 20% of your income, 20%. So let's think about this. 20% of your actual income that you're making at that time. So you 1,200. Let's see, 1,200. By, let's see. Damn, I went did this already. That would mean he was making at that time. If we're going by the max, they can take is 20%. So that means he was making at the time. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, so he was making $6,000 a month. So you times that by 12. So at that time, he was probably making 72K a month. Not too bad, but definitely not balling. You're not balling out the goal. So if you take at that time, you calculate with the child support and all that. This chick got at least 37, let's say 37,000. He got nearly half of his yearly income at that time. That chick was getting for that 10 months with the child support. Nearly half of his damn income. Well, over half. You got milk. And then when she saw no more money, she just said, fuck it, you can have the kid. She made you a single father. How many black women you know is going to make a black man a single father like that? Not that many. How the black women are worse? When these women, this Japanese woman made you a single father. Then you got to bribe kids from black women before they would give them to the father. This chick's like, well, no more money here. Here, you can have the kids. Wow, bro. So you definitely Dennis Sperling. Except the only thing, Dennis Sperling had 2 kids. He had to go finally fought and got spend all that money. At least you didn't have to spend the money. She was just like, here. Oh well, no more money. Here the kid. Bye. She was like, bye. She made him a single father. And again, how the black women are worse? How the black women worse? When black women won't, most times won't even make you a single father. They will fight tooth and nail to keep their kids. This shit just said, no more money, gotta go. Here, have the kid. Bye. How they worse? How they worse? Come on, dog, man. This I said. This obsession with black women. This obsession with black women got these dudes running into problems with other races of women. It don't make fucking sense. And then you got the nerve to come on here and talk about black women worse. Dude, you got made into a single father, a stepdaddy, and then a single father by a Japanese woman. How the fuck black women worse? Make that make sense, bro.
My fucking status when
Your status. What is
there's
your
no reason.
What is your status, sir?
My status is what it is.
A single father of 2 kids.
Yes.
Complaining about what Black women don't do.
Yes. That's my status.
And if the Black women would act right, they could all have their crack at Greg too if they would just
if
behave
everybody
themselves.
would agree with you, then the world would be fucking a better place, right? Wrong.
I didn't say that, but what I am saying is
Wrong.
that you're telling Black women that you're the prize.
No, I'm not telling Black women shit.
I'm glad to hear that. Because if they act proper and behave themselves, then they can have Greg.
No, they have a chance at having Greg, just like every other woman does.
This poor black man in the middle of black. Oh my God, Will this dude get off the? Will he get off of here? Help me! That would be me. That would be me right there. I can't believe I'm on this show. Somebody get this simp ass nigga up out of here. Now, you want to know a definition of a simp? Greg is a definition of a simp. Greg right here is a definition of a simp. Not because he treat women well, not because he buy women things that they deserve, not because he married them. No, because he's a goddamn idiot. He's a goddamn moron. That's why he's a simp. You ran from black women, ran into white women that use you as a fucking dildo. You were the buck. Something to get their rocks up until they married their white husband or whoever husband they were gonna fucking marry. Then you ran from that and ran to the Japanese woman when she made you a stepdaddy. Then got forced to marry by the state of Texas and had to pay alimony to a woman you didn't marry. Then, when the money dried up and you got custody, she said bye and left. Made you a single father. Then you didn't learn from that lesson. You got another woman pregnant, a white woman. So now you're the single father of 2 kids. And like Jason Black said, black women are worse. How? These women are better. These non-black women are better. How? How does that even work? Negro, the problem, it was not the women. The problem at this point is you. I got disrespected by black women before. But I also got married to a black woman, got divorced, but she didn't milk me for no goddamn 37,000 that we know of. We ain't counting about the other child support. And I bet you she was getting some gifts from you too, because you seem like you a sucker. I'm pretty sure she tapped you for a whole lot more. And then when the money ran out, she said, "Yeah, you can have the kid. I'm gone. Bye." How the fuck these women better? That's why I'll be looking at some of these dudes, and I respect SKC because SKC seemed like he in a happy marriage. Him and his wife just laugh and joke. They have fun. Some of the other dudes they be on there, no, I mean, just be raging and shit. I just be wondering, are they getting took like this? And they just not telling anybody? And that's why they raging against black women? I just be wondering. Somebody, SKC, come get your boy. Your boy doing too much over here. Jeez, he's making SYSBM look bad. I can't. Just like this don't even make sense. You get milked by this Japanese woman, and then she made you a single father. She did the reverse what Puka do to the black women. Wow, I mean, how does this work? How does that work, man? Let's finish this up, man. This is terrible.
Brittany, I'm sorry, Liz.
Brittany.
hurry, step right up.
Yes.
You can have your shot at.
Oh my God.
You can have your shot at.
I'm
Greg.
good. I'm
So-
good. I'm good. Make it the same amount. I'm good.
She said, "Nah, I'm good." She's like, "Nah." She was calculating her head like, I'm 30K, 35K a year, 2 kids. And you know that money, most of that money going to them. Nah, I'm good. She's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
And you can have your opportunity to live in beautiful rural Euless, Texas.
It's not rural.
You will
It's
have
right in the middle
a
of DFW.
$1,200 a month stipend. Although we're going to cut that down because it's not what it used to be in 2017 anymore. And you'll have access to his upwardly mobile social status and his Xbox seat.
I didn't say
his
anything
Xbox
about
recliner
social
chair
status.
that Xbox recliner gaming recliner chair he's in.
I
You
didn't
can have
say
access to that
anything
too,
about
so.
social status.
Mhm.
You're putting words where words don't belong.
I'm
brother.
repeating his words, but he's saying
You're not repeating my words. I didn't say anything about a
Well,
fucking
Greg-
Xbox chair.
Greg, I think this has been incredibly illuminating. I really do think it is. And for all the black women out there who were spitting on him and faking on his shine all these decades, nanny boo boo, all of y'all missed out. You didn't get your shot to be the first or second baby mama. You didn't get your shot to get that $1,200 for a few years in Euless, Texas. And so too bad, so sad. You missed out. So
Yeah,
all the black women
listen.
out there, if y'all had just behaved yourselves and acted worth a damn, you could have had Greg too. Tough beans on y'all.
Hey, it is what it is.
You know what, Greg? I think that is a brilliant note to close that out on. That's not a good one. I think that's brilliant. Thank you very much for checking in with us here tonight. I think that's a great note to end that out on. That really, really is. There used to be an old PSA. You can learn a lot from a dummy. What I will say is, yeah, there's the other side of the equation to anybody who thinks that Jason wants to beat up on women or whatever. By the way, no, I am equal opportunity. I am the only straight down the middle person you're ever going to find. And if I hear something that I know is not correct, I'll stand by you if you're the right candidate. But if I know what I'm hearing is not right, okay, let me go ahead and stop that. So, yeah, it's real easy to say that kind of thing. For anybody who doesn't know, like I say, anybody who lives in Dallas, you know what I'm talking about as far as that regard.
All right, let me close that out. Let me get this. Take this down. Okay, so this goofball, this goofball. These black women didn't respect me. These black women didn't respect me. Ran from black women. Ran to the white women. Was getting used up as a fucking living dildo. Then he ran from them ran to the Japanese woman, put a baby in her, was forced to marry her by the state. They broke up. He had to pay alimony, 2,500 for alimony, 1,200 for child support. And at that time, when he was doing the child support, the state of Texas is 20% of your income. So that means he was making 72,000 a year at that time. Now I don't know about now. So he literally had to pay this chick over half his income. And then when the money ran out, she was like, "Here, have the kid. I'm gone. Bye." So she made you a stepdad, then made you a single father. This is why I said why dudes are this obsession, this unhealthy obsession with black women. I get it. You weren't respected by black women. You were nerdy, you were geek, kind of awkward. I get it. I was that guy. I'm still awkward to a degree. I just roll with it. But even with the awkwardness of me sometimes, I'm like, I just roll with it. I'm just being me. And being me and stop focusing on these women got me a wife, got me another girlfriend and another girlfriend. I was never the type to be running from black women. I didn't run for black women. I was in a black group in college. Funny enough, most of them were black women. I never really ran for black women like that. I couldn't. I just could not be running from black women like that. Whoever came, they came. If I was interested, I'm interested. If I'm not, I'm not. But I never ran from black women and then run up into to a non-black woman and be on some goofy shit. I'm like, dude, I lost my virginity to a black woman. I was married to a black woman. I dated another black woman. Now, I did date a non-black woman, an Indian woman. That lasted for about 6 months, but that's about it. But even then, I'm still not running from black women. If I find a black woman that's going to be cool with me, how I am, I'll roll with it. But I'm not going to run blindly and then run into a situation where I'm I'm forced to marry somebody and then I got to force to pay her alimony. Then you got another chick pregnant. Now you're a single father of two. Black women are worse. How? You don't see black women leaving dudes as single fathers like that. Not on the regular. Very rare. You were made into a single father. But you're saying black women are the problem. Now, oh, they hit the wall. Dude, you hit the wall. It's stupidity. That wall's kicking your ass. You got milk, bro. You were getting used up by the white women. Did the Japanese woman use you, took your money, dumped you with a kid? Then you got with the white woman, got dumped with another kid. Where's the better? How you gonna come up here talking about your preferences, but the preferences are treating you like shit, but it was still enjoyable. I enjoyed my experience. Bro, if I had your experience, just listen to that made me want to drink. And I'm not even a drinker like that. I feel like going to the goddamn 24-hour groceries. I mean, not the grocery store, to the gas station and going to get some alcohol after listening to this story. That's how depressing that shit was. And now you got the fucking nerve. Now I'm gonna date black women again. Nigga, you need to fix yourself first. You need to fix you first. Your mind ain't right. Your body not right. Your spirit not right. You ain't no position to be dating anybody. Get over your shit. You still obsessed over this black woman. Now you ran from the black woman. Now you running back with your tail between your legs. And you think these women ain't gonna take you? They gonna get now you really gonna be a victim now. This 2022. You in the get the bag era. You in the get the bag era. And I don't think I missed the part where you said the 60-year-old would get with a 23-year-old, and that's cool. That's where you probably gonna run to next. And you gonna get took then. Cause these girls, they ain't playing with y'all like that. If they see a bag, they gonna get it. You gonna get took, my friend, because you a simp. And I'm not saying not because you treat women a certain type of way. No, because you're an idiot. You running. You've been running for years, and you still running. And that's what some of these SYSBM guys do. They are running from black women and running to these other races of women and getting took. You're running to other countries. Listen, I'm not against going to another country to live because, hey, sometimes America sucks. And this might not be the place for you. You might want to go to another country to live. I have no problem with that. I don't even have a problem you going there and meet somebody. You want to have a better shot of meeting women. I even have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is that you running from this black woman because you are so scared of this black woman. You running to these other groups and getting played. And you up here saying, oh, it's so much better. I enjoy this. You enjoy getting played? You enjoyed getting took? You enjoyed being a single daddy? Because the woman didn't want to have your kid, because she didn't have no more money left? You okay with getting with a kid dumped on you? 47, 2 baby mamas, not been married. Getting took. But you found that an enjoyable experience. The fuck out of here. That's embarrassing, man. That's one of the most embarrassing stories I've heard. And you thought Jason Black was gonna be cool with that story? You got Jason Black fucked up. Dude, you got me fucked up. You ain't even tell me this story. If I would listen to that story, I'd be like, what the fuck? And you want to tell me black women are worse? Dude, please. Listen, at this point, the problem ain't them. The problem is you. You're the fucking problem. And a lot of these SYSBM dudes, well, ones that actually claim it, they claiming, we don't know they really are. Problem is you. You run into these problems. Then you be on fucking panels acting the goddamn donkey. A black woman say something that you don't like. You about to run her through the ringer, yelling and screaming and hollering like you lost your goddamn mind. And then after they're talking about patriarchy. If that's the patriarchy that you have, I don't want no parts of that shit. For real. And listen, I like I said, I have no problem with dudes dating now. That's not my goal. But when you running from one group of women to another group of women, that is a simping. Because you're running and you're not looking at these women with a clear mind. You're running from black women and you're thinking that these women are better. And they're proven time and time again they're not. You was getting used as a deal from a white woman. They didn't want to have no serious attachment to you. Then the Japanese woman took you and then dumped you with a kid. And then probably the white woman probably did the same thing. I wouldn't even doubt. I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear about what the white woman did to him. I don't even want to know. But you are up here telling this story, and you're gonna tell it to Jason Black, and you thought that you want to go clown? Jason Black clowned your ass. I would do the same. You're a goofball. You are a failure of a black man. Failure. I don't care how much money you making. Yeah, you probably are successful. But this is YouTube. People can fake a lot of stuff. But let's just say you have 135,000 a year, but you ain't even respected by your fucking preferences. Like Jason Black said, what's the point of that success if you're not even respected? What's the point of talking about these women, but you're gonna run to another group of women and do the same goofy shit like a Pookie does, or worse, getting played like some of these dudes get with black women. You getting played, even worse. And I bet you we're gonna hear about this dude dating a 23-year-old. I bet you I put money on it that he will be dating a 23-year-old. He'll come back on this show. Yeah, I got me with a 23-year-old. And getting played again. This dude is ripe for the picking. Ladies, you see this dude? Yeah, go on there. Just treat him nicely. Guess what? You're gonna get some money. Just wait it out. Give it a little time. Yeah, he'll open the purse strings and get all that fucking money and take him to the fucking cleaners. This dude deserves it. He haven't learned from his mistakes. He ain't learned shit. All he doing is whining black women, black women, black women. Nobody want to hear that dumb shit, especially going on Jason Black. That was the wrong place to be doing that shit. Because the last thing he want to hear is dudes whining. He don't have no patience for that shit. And especially blaming black women for your fucking problem. Bro, Jason Black is the wrong person to go on there. He don't tolerate that bullshit. He gonna be like, get the fuck away from me, you goof. No, like he said, no, black women were better off without you. You ain't learned nothing. You were scared of the coward. You're running from black women because you're so obsessed with these black women. It's unhealthy. You're so scared of them. They get in your mind that you ran and got used up by your preferences, and now you got to run to black women with your tail between your legs like a scolded dog. And you got the fucking nerve to get on fucking YouTube and say this bullshit. Fuck out of here. That's why people do clown some of you SYSBM guys. They clown you because you're embarrassing yourselves. That's why some of these game dudes clown some of y'all, because you're embarrassing yourselves. You're making the group look. You're making SKC look bad. And you got the fucking nerve to come up here and black women the problem. No, idiot. You're the problem. You're a fucking idiot. You're a sucker. You're a simp. I wouldn't be surprised he'd be a fucking cuck. I wouldn't be surprised. Either he gonna be one of those old dudes chasing these young girls, or he gonna be a fucking cuck. One of the two. I wouldn't be surprised. That's how weak and pathetic this guy is. Fucking nerve. Just oh my man. Just fucking nerve of this man. Well, I'm not even calling him a man. He's a little boy. He's a worthless goofball. Worthless. 135K a year in the hands of a goofball. It might as well be what you might as well throw it in the trash. Fucking worthless. I hope he's a better father than he was a mate to somebody. Although, I don't know. I just don't know. Man, it's like black men just, man, god damn, I even want to go. I'm gonna go get a Whataburger shit or something. God damn, this dude pisses me off just because I can't stand weak dudes. They get the heebie-jeebies. And it's a shame that this dude is supposed to be practicing SYSBM. He trying to be saving himself. He ain't saving himself. He's running into danger. And he gonna run into it again because he ain't learned. Man, just a worthless human being, man. I just be like, damn. Why is this dude talking? And I feel bad. You know what I feel bad for? I feel bad for the other black man that was up there. I feel bad for him because he's like, I can't believe I'm around this goofy nigga. And now she gonna think I'm this goofy nigga. Oh Lord. God damn it, man. It just that's just irritating. Just a clown running from black women. Just running. Still obsessed with them. Still scared of them. I'm dating black women. Probably tricking on them. Just a fucking clown, man. Just embarrassing black men. Man, I'm done. I'm about to leave because I'll be on here ranting for another 4 or 5 hours on this man. It's already a 2-hour mark. Hit me up tomorrow. We're gonna be talking. This is kind of a little bit of a segue into. We're gonna be talking about the game dudes versus the passport bros. We're gonna be talking about how they doing the same thing. obsessing over black women. Now, the game dudes are so obsessed with them, they'll do anything for JJ. And while these passport dudes are so scared of black women, they running over to another country. Still under the whole unhealthy obsession with black women. So we're gonna talk about that. I'd like to thank D Darrell for coming through, BMT for coming through, anybody who's watching, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The new subscriber that just came through, thank you very much. Yeah, look at that. Let's see who that was again. Let me look at it again. Hold on. Let me look at it. Who was that? All right. Who was that? Yeah. The Knowledge Consumer. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Y'all can, everybody else who's listening, you can subscribe too. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is Brother Speak. Remember, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. Thank you very much. You have a good night. Peace.